feeling
Nails
very
the lunatic
confident.
with
This is the second time in a row they have picked this map versus a
Because I
team
asked
who
Boo about it
are
yesterday.
very competent on the map. They are not shying away from that fight. Again, like people love to make those comparisons to Fnatic, but I think this is another one.
Okay, Apeks on defense, CGN on attack, and so I was going to say,
that makes me nervous is the
Apeks somehow managed to claw back a map there.
Was because Kayak went God mode. Like,
down.
the guy had plus 15, 380 ACS, 30 plus kills. Like, you couldn't ask for more. He hasn't done that on any other map we've seen so far this tournament. Now, it's not to say that this isn't just his game, but realistically, I think that he's up against a tough opposition in the form of Element. We're back to, well, I'd say
remember when you guys were trying the Phoenix on this map?
A composition from
Yeah,
CGN
I remember farming you in scrims.
doesn't have a Phoenix in it.
Oh, don't say me.
I
wasn't part of the team then.
If they've got that
That's a lot of bollocks, mate. You were in the coach slot.
Yeah,
What does that
that's
mean?
a good point.
What you mean?
Finally, we've been watching these guys
You definitely
yesterday.
were in the coach slot.
Nothing but Phoenix. To watch him here today, wow, a little bit of a change.
Yeah, that was like
Meal
the
on
first.
menu.
That was the first
Ready to eat
time
up
Lotus came out,
Apeks.
no? No, it was last season. It was
Defensive
like mixed
side,
well
and
and
it looks
stuff.
like they're gonna
Yeah,
give up
yeah,
control
it was
of
ages
C, just
ago,
a couple of
Because we had
spams,
Kellogg's
all
on
the
Phoenix.
CGN, as they'll
Yeah,
find a nice open
it
plan.
was last year,
Maybe some
like
spams
January.
from Malsey, but
Kellogg's was he had
that's
like
gonna
he
be
was
their
like
best
really good
shot.
on Phoenix.
It doesn't look like it'll do anything.
Sometimes
Well,
he'd flash
CGN
himself, but
with the
sometimes
early
he'd be like
advantage for sure. The
devastating
clock-
flashes and just farm
I
everything.
mean, that was the definition of that guy. He's either
I
gonna
almost feel like this
fumble around or he's getting
somewhat
4
the plan
kills.
for Apeks.
And
Try and get
you
back
never
in.
know which.
It
was fun
a
to
little
watch.
bit of utility. The nade, the net is the sort of combo I'm looking at, and there it goes straight through to the back of the site. Doesn't seem to have had what they were hoping for, but the kills are still going their way, at least for a moment. It's still going to come back to an even footing, and in fact, Vince is putting it even further.
Oh, man, this
Has
is another
some
scrapper. And
teamwork alongside him as well, as Quiz
okay,
will put the
nice.
remainder in the dirt. CGN
They got all the pistols.
pistol
3 out of
underneath their belt, and well, after
They
what
can
was
saying
a
you
bit
lost
of a
that
rough
scrim.
start to the
Honestly,
last
if I was in the
map, they're
coach
gonna
spot,
be
you probably
wanting
did
to
lose
play
that
this
scrim.
one nice and
Sounds
safe.
about right.
what against you? No, we farmed you in that scrim.
Brad, that doesn't sound right.
Ah, no,
That doesn't-
100%.
that doesn't sound
Kellogg's
believable.
did. I'm telling you, man. Kellogg's had
Started
like
out for
36 kills.
CGN last time over on Ascent.
We thought
My
the comp was the
goodness,
future, then we
they
played it
really
for like
had
another
their
week and got slapped
hands
every game
firmly
and then
on the
never played it
reins.
again.
At least it felt
But
that
against
way.
you guys, I remember farming.
Quickly,
Nah,
Apeks
I
bounce
can't remember
back.
that.
They win that second round, and maybe we'll see that same sort
Okay,
of
it's fine to
vibe
be
this
wrong.
time. Kayak's gone for a Marshall. Pistols across the board to back it up. Aggression on C.
I blame it on
or
Baker,
being
man.
taken.
I wasn't
I
involved.
can't
Is
actually
of
remember what the
overtaking
rest
it.
was. I think it
that's
was
more
like
just denying
Sky,
your opponents
Phoenix,
more so
I remember
than,
being mental comp, yeah.
hungering for the from the shadows.
Reach, maybe?
This is the man we're excited for.
I think there was a
and he's
breach
got
in there.
chance already.
Ooh,
he
he
won't
definitely had
connect
a
the
chance.
first. CGN need to be careful about how many opportunities they give this man.
Also, just where the defense, at least for a moment, was. They had
Oh
4
my
players
goodness,
over
what's
on
going
that
on
A
here?
side of the map, and they're still pressuring in that direction.
That
Kayak
guy got
isolated,
util dumped.
Element looking to be the
Holy.
tip of the spear, and while no help to be had as Avova will go down, the flash solid to clear out Malsey. Thoughtcast will at least be able to find one, but it's if there's any more damage. That would be the worry, because Vince had the singular pistol. The rest is rifles. So if Hype can somehow drop even an extra player, and you know what, Element, I'll be honest, I
gonna miss
don't know
this
why
map?
he's pushing.
Lotus? Yeah, I'll miss Lotus.
It is a bold
Ooh, I
play.
love the gun.
The rifle thrown off the map will no effect because we can see all 3 players that are still alive have rifles to work with. So actually, it might have helped Hype to do more damage. But I like the initiative.
Yeah, I
Of
like
course,
this
there was
map.
a pretty high chance that one of those players did have a pistol.
I like
an
this map,
SMG,
but at the
something
same
like
time, I'm
that,
kind of fine
and
with it
just in
going.
case he throws it off. But 2-0, nonetheless. No upset for Apeks this time. But
Ascension?
I-
Yeah, there's
I
a
think
lot
they
of Polish
sort
players.
Expected that. Very light by.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is one of the maps that people are still,
Than the Marshall.
I don't know, being
I
creative
do
with.
think,
Like, look at the
with
comps that are
Element
here,
being
right?
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah.
no,
the value
there's no
it
like,
really
okay, there is
wasn't
like the
there
fade
for
comp that
push.
everyone
Like,
runs,
one
but
extra
It
ultimate
was started
orb
getting
in
really
around
open
like
with
this,
like
I just don't
people
think it
bringing
holds
breach
as
in
much
instead
value
of
as
people started doing double
he was
initiator over
particularly
smokes.
close to
And then
the
you have
Yeah.
EDGs, which is crazy.
By the looks of it,
but
he's
strong.
Yeah.
invested right back
Yeah,
in. So
exactly.
this
I don't
may
know, I
end
love
up
this
hurting
map. I
him
think
going
this-
into the next
I like-
round if they're not able to
I
take
like
this over the
every
line.
3-map.
It does, however, mean they're
bomb
coming in with
site.
a 4-buy.
Yeah.
So
And they're all
every
fun.
single player has a rifle on the side of CGN.
I'm just hoping this map
Element
rotation's
3
for
away,
off season, and then when the
Benny
real season comes, we're
probably
like, oh yeah,
2.
guys, like
So might want to
Ascent's
see that
finally gone.
orb being invested towards the Gecko, and they're just
They
walking
gave
up.
you stuff
They're going
early on,
straight
right?
in
I
for
think
the
it's teams.
firefight immediately.
I
It
think they
seems
give
like
you info.
Sort of,
like
yeah.
when-
They've
when
given us
stuff's
like
coming.
away
they don't
from
tell you
any.
what maps it is, but they'll give you like a little bit of.
Oh,
They tell
well,
you
maybe he should have shied away
when
from
there's
that
going to be a
one.
large update.
Yeah, when there'll be like a
Head
large
clean
ban and
off.
stuff,
Still
yeah.
control over tree
That's
with
cool.
2 players
That's way
backside.
better
He's
than us.
confident to plant his feet and
What a
hold
shot,
his
man.
ground. And that's exactly
That's crispy,
what
man.
Kayak's gonna do. Apeks 5 versus 3, huge advantage. One threading the needle. In fact, 2
Bacon went
players
and checked
threading the
it.
needle through that
He lost
wall
15-9
of
in that
Ova.
scrim.
Didn't quite.
Nah, that's a load of
spot
bollocks. You actually went and
Timing's gonna
checked
be key. I think he
Yeah.
just holds this down, right?
Okay.
But Anguish catches
Tell him
him.
to go all the way back.
Ballsy
I
up
swear we
close.
farmed you at least once.
Shouldn't expect the second player quite that quickly.
Bacon?
Although they
Maybe
go
if you
back.
played, maybe, I think you guys
A
played us the
site, no
second
longer
time
the
and you slapped
target.
us. But if you
Or
go back to the
is
first
it
time,
opened? I guess not.
I guarantee,
We're gonna have to open it now, but the B side.
I guarantee it was at
seems
least
undeniable.
18-6.
They've still got
Damn.
Cam, but that's gonna be destroyed.
18-6?
Yeah, I'll go back and
Definitely
check
have
my
more
ones
information.
because his might
3
be
players looking
you
to
know,
encroach.
incorrect.
Bacon just doesn't
I have a
include
good
the
memory.
losses.
Yeah.
Chance for an easy kill, and it seems to go that way.
I mean,
And
maybe
Wish
I'm
is
wrong.
looking to
I'll
try
bet
and
I'm wrong.
hold
If I'm
down
wrong.
his
I swear
position.
we beat you
It's
on that.
another isolated fight.
Skylark's
Not
had
playing this
a
one
life
together,
game.
not playing it as a team, and they are being picked apart. Kayak again.
You definitely
spoke
beat us
about
with
him
the same comp
being
though,
that
because I
hero,
think that was
being
a
that
part of our
superstar.
realization.
3
It was
kills
like,
to his name, and still
okay, maybe it's not
finds
that good
himself 1v2.
after you've seen what happened.
Listen to how quickly that spike is ticking away. With 2 players to find, I'm surprised he hasn't opted to save this weapon already. Gonna take the fight, and it is a costly
And
fight
bonus as
indeed.
well.
The
This
final
is.
rifle hits the
I run
floor
away
for
with this one.
Apeks. 3-0. CGN now stand with a big lead, and for Apeks, getting back in is not going to be easy, and it's almost certainly not going to be immediate. This round starts out with Kayak decimating them.
I
think
think,
it's crisp, no?
how did they actually lose this?
And
Get
yet,
some crispy
by
shots.
some miracle, CGN have managed to recover it. Tom, that has
It's
got
some really crisp shots.
Apeks, but
This is
also
3v5, I'm
reset
pretty
what
sure.
must have been a very poor, very bad taste in CGN's mouth
Well,
after losing the last map with 5 chances to close it.
Yeah.
This is the worst
miracle
feeling on
had
Lotus
an
fan when
aim.
you're
That
defending.
was
You go 0-3
like
down.
The guy was able to win multiple fights.
Yeah.
Especially against this
where
comp, like, you're
it
playing against
looked unfavourable.
Gakpo,
Like, that push
Soval,
towards the spawn,
Razor.
it was
Yeah,
telegraphed.
it's
Killjoy.
just everyone starts
Known by
snowballing.
Apeks, he wins
You
that
got the
round.
best ults in the
2
game.
players, or 3 players coming from that A-Link side, and he's ready for it.
This guy's
He
just
started off this
one
round,
tapping
He's
everyone.
9-1 right now. The Killjoy has completely taken over the beginning rounds of this map, and while they've thrown in the Thrash and trying to play this one,
I actually
nice and
like
safe,
how
not wanting
they're
to let
using
anything
their,
get away from them. At
ults,
least
though.
Hold up,
actually
against
quite a
the
bit of
Hold up,
damage
hold up.
coming out from Soulcast. 2
This
kills,
early on,
but
like they're not taking any chances.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
they just
stop
wanted to
them.
get off to a good start.
that's the thing. They've
I always
earned
talk
up that
about this,
ultimate.
man, just
Hey,
making
it
sure your
turns out
actual
getting 9
money's good.
kills is enough
Yeah.
to get your ult online.
So it's so worth
Ooh,
like
the
investing
Funkin.
like 1 or 2 ults if you have to instead of getting
for
equal.
sure.
And Greece has done incredibly well, and I think the problem for Apeks is that, yeah, they've done some damage, and Greece is still alive. Even if you pick off the rest, I ain't believing in you. Up close to the smoke as well, 17 HP. That's a free kill towards the ulti. One more. We'll have another lockdown on in a couple rounds if this keeps up.
Was
Really
this
nice stuff.
Apex's
4-0
map pick, yeah?
start. This was a weak buy though
Yeah.
from Apeks, not a huge investment. This
think they're
round
quite good on this.
represents a completely different
They
factor.
both
Full
they
investment,
both have a
full ultimates
100%
to the
win
defensive
record on
side.
this map.
If they're going to get back on the horse, it has to be now.
Looks like a good
You
map
can't
for
allow
both of them.
CGN to just run away with this. A 4-0 start. may
Avova
not
was
seem
always
like
very
much,
good
but
on Lotus.
economic benefits, sure. Solkus does well to at least make this one
It was one of his
costly.
better maps for
Sure,
sure.
there's not a million
Yeah.
members to CGN alive, but there's not going to be any struggles for that side for quite a
Wins a
while.
lot of clutches,
Showstopper
you've
for
seen this.
them, all they have
Is
to
that a CGN
respond
timeout?
to the sea of ultimates on the other
Yeah,
side.
just 4-0, just giving it.
CGN pause?
Oh,
I kind
Interesting.
of like this though, with so
Four
many
ults, I
ults
guess.
that they could
But
be
even
doing
then,
something.
Showstopper
Probably doesn't
and
need tapping,
Annihilation,
but
sure. How are they going to do with
Yeah.
From the Shadows?
the ones
Nova had one
these
decent
make
one
me
earlier.
worry a bit because if you add,
Is it
if it
really
actually
a
goes
CGN
wrong
pause?
and they start
Like,
getting
this
so
seems
many
wild.
rounds,
With 4
everyone's gonna
rounds
bring
in
up
a
that
row.
timeout.
And then call
Yeah,
it
it's hard
pause.
one because you've given them time. Because this is usually where they'd
In
probably
my
do
They-
mind,
it.
yeah, they're
maybe
probably
this
gonna
is
take
an
one
Apex
anyway,
pause,
yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe they are coming up with.
There's
a
obviously,
very
like, a good
specific
reason for it,
niche
though.
game plan for this exact scenario.
Maybe like the
Like,
comms have been
I
hectic
have
or they're
myself a
panicking a
plan
little bit. I
for
don't know.
if they have themselves
Yeah.
4 ultimates and not including the null command. If they have a null command, it would never work. I don't know, but even still, a flyer of a start for CGN on that attack side. They have had utterly dominant attacks in there last couple of
They're
showings.
the worst
10
timeouts,
to
man,
2
where you have to
versus
like
KPI, 9
do
to
a
3
timeout because everyone's
versus
like
Galacticos
either
when flying
frantic
through
or the comms
players.
aren't good or they're
Their
forgetting
attack
like
has been
basic
filthy,
stuff and they
it's
just
down
need like
to
a
Apeks
reset.
to quell that early.
Yeah,
Stop
for sure.
them
I think
in their
hate that
tracks.
stuff.
They look to
Yeah.
switch it up though. They've been feeling out the map a lot. They've been playing the extremities, hitting C, hitting A. Well, they're going direct for a B hit.
Oh yeah, there's no messing around. There's no running the clock down. This is just straight in. Showstopper
Oi,
already
that is a
activated. Kayak Sam hacking by the
lovely,
nade, though. That's gonna buy a little more
lovely
time.
omen
35
flash.
HP. Sees one in the avenue, but
I'm really
fires
surprised he
early.
didn't go for that.
They've avoided the laneway, and now Element pops off with his own. Already avoiding. Been taken out by
But they
that
kind of
line.
owned him in
Needs
this
to find
round.
an avenue. Where's he going? Which
And
direction
Apeks
is
pushed
that
no
rocket
one over
fired in?
towards
It's
door.
towards
It's
the
a hard
broken door.
retake.
Players far away from it, but it's done its job. It bought them space. Solkus has to draw your eye for this retake. So many little corners can be cleared. The info alone valuable, but the annihilation, if it manages to put someone in a cocoon, it'll be a whole different ball game.
You need to get a move on. That's not the start they were looking for. In fact, it's already over.
Right, I mean,
3
they
kills within a matter
gotta
of
push
seconds.
this.
Anguist is just not stopping.
Gotta be opening that door
This
these
guy
days. You
came
pretty much
back
can't
with a
retake B
vengeance
unless you
after the
create
first
pressure
map.
here.
And now Element's on the hunt. He will be shut down. It's not been the greatest start for him and not really needed to be when you have a player popping off to the degree that we're seeing on the side of CGN. And while Avova, all he can hope is that he's able to hold on to this gun. And I think he'll just about be able to, unless Benny is going to jumping headshot him. 5-0. Anguist is 12
I mean, timeout was pretty good here, man.
2.
Like their plan.
He's
Nice.
on his way back to getting his second lockdown already. And you remember they made that more expensive, right? they made it harder to get.
I guess
Yeah,
they just
it was a
watched
good
a
timeout.
lot of his VODs at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is outrageous.
One away from official as
Yeah,
well.
I don't know what
After
Apeks
losing
needs to do here,
previous
though,
map,
really.
I mean, they
Like,
have most certainly not given up
this
on
comp
the
is so
series.
hard for them to go aggro with as well. You
5-0
literally just
start.
have to invest every bit of
3
utility you
ults,
have.
only one
Yeah,
big hitter for Apex.
Like,
They have still invested.
I
Some
guess
weapons
you
saved
have
over, make this
to.
possible.
I mean, you can knife the bottom
definitely gonna
bit,
be
which is pretty strong at the
just a
beginning.
one set of heavy shields.
You can still go
Everyone else on
aggro A
light.
with this comp, though,
There's
right?
definitely struggles. Apex
Yeah,
start
if
with
you
an
use,
early
what, the
4-round
net, the
push on
knife.
C,
Net
and
knife.
CGN have
and
gone in the
then
other direction.
But then if you just
Omen
wait
flash if
out
they
and
go
play
rubble.
second tempo, like, you can just drag them all
Whoa.
over the map.
This is the man.
There's
we
so many gaps. Like,
talked
there's
what's
nothing on
going
B.
on?
into their victory
Oh,
versus
man, I'm
Go
so
Next,
nervous
the
for this
difference
guy.
maker.
And then the retake on A as
Already
well.
hard on the flank. Look at
I
them
mean,
walking
Killjoy
into,
can
though.
just own
the difference
this.
maker so far in this
Well, they
one.
know.
They expect it.
Oh,
And well,
nice.
he's finally eliminated.
guess, yeah, I
We'll
mean,
see
I
how
guess
the remaining core
turret
of
was up
CGN are
all
going
the
to do
time.
without their talisman. And what?
Okay, this is a much better from Apex, though, actually
players
taking like
coming in
map
from
control behind.
Still a lot of ultimates.
Yeah, teams that try
Multi,
to
one
retake
away
B
as
without
well.
pushing B main,
This is
man,
the
it
best
kills me.
spot we've seen Apex in.
See it way too much.
Yeah.
Paranoia is
It's
going to be
so
good too.
hard for
It's
Apex.
caught by it, but still able to spray. Multi and Kayak fell in the meantime. Oh no! Apex looked good.
Okay, well, they gotta use a timeout,
From
right?
that point,
They gotta
get
go aggro A. The
nothing.
problem is it's so obvious.
Well, I guess we found out what happens if you do kill Anguist. It's nothing different. It's the same old
Yeah.
story.
If anything, it went worse. Well, there we go. This one is going to be an Apex pause. You can
Okay, so they're not gonna go aggro A until they get
are
money.
getting bodied. This is
They
their
go aggro A
matches.
next round,
They
for
came in
sure.
off an incredible comeback. I think it was, what, 7 rounds in a row to win the game in the last map in OT. And now they are 6-0 down. Normally you talk about a team, like, if you choke a game, like, you're in the lead, you're probably the better performing side.
Apex
and you
Ascension,
choke
yeah,
the game,
should be
you
good.
go,
I might
they're
miss a
not
couple of
resetting
games in
from
the
that."
morning.
CGN reset from that. For anybody wondering, they are destroying them. And as I said, they even managed to clear out.
Is
the guy
Cypher
who was
Deadlock
causing
still
all the
good?
issues, who was making aggressive plays and being successful. They read his position perfectly. And then
I
just
think
got
it's okay.
bodied in the retake.
I think
like, that wasn't even close.
it only.
was solid util, but mostly just.
I think
the
it only
shots
works
connecting.
against
And
teams
well,
that
if
don't
we're looking
prep
over on
well
the other
against
side
it.
of the scoreboard,
But I think it just.
it is a very, very.
I don't know what they're gonna do here. Maybe they have to
picture
fight for A. Like, they haven't really had,
I
like,
don't think it's great. I'll be honest.
I don't know. I think they're gonna have to fight for A here.
3 to 2 kills. Hey, consistent at least. They
So
perform
some
as
teams
a
do it
team,
good,
win or
but
lose. But yeah, for CGN at this point,
it's very it's nice on
what can you
attack.
say, man? 6-0 dominant rounds. That last one, just ridiculous. Vince gets hit by the paranoia.
But I
spams
think
one
you
player
gotta
down.
think
In the
different
meantime,
on
from the second
defense
the
if you
paranoia
wanna-
was thrown, the second he got the kill,
If you
two
wanna be
kills came
good
in
with
on their
it.
side. It's like blink and you miss it. For Apex, this has to be frustrating. after the last series not going their way. Now,
A nice TP away,
still
though.
Being caught. The teleport
No
went
way,
through.
what a savey
But
kill.
He's made it around the corner. He's got his weapon back out, and
No,
Hype
wait,
is
what?
him every
Oh
step
my
of
god,
What
the
a
way.
running
god.
backwards.
4 versus 3. Somehow, Vova should
The
have been
best
dead
chance to win a round.
multiple times.
I got it.
The coach typed ages ago, like in
Another
Ricks,
question
and
is,
some of the
how
shots that
much
guy
do they
hit
put
were
into this?
mental.
Yeah.
Guns haven't been found.
He's so
This fight
crisp.
is everything. Vince being able to even things up, and once again, from an advantage to a disadvantage in the blink of an eye.
Not
That guy's
again.
on the ball with the Gekko as well.
Yeah, every single
Never
time
mind.
this
This
guy
round
is
to
getting
take.
followed
But
on the
he's
map.
trying to run away from the Gekko.
And
I'm telling you,
he's
that's a
gonna
red
get
card.
the fight, and he's gonna
Yeah, but
win it.
with a sheriff,
Why
you have
not?
to.
He's finally
No.
able to use his gun.
With a sheriff, you
Fuck
don't
that.
have to.
Nah. Just on multiple bullets, mate. It's fine.
Somehow
It's getting you
taking
anyway.
up
You know what I mean?
just on Benny. Already looking to try and switch over some of
Nah,
those
they
guns,
stole
and Avova
around
has
with some
said he
absolute
was unable
shots,
to
though.
move for most
Yeah.
of this. The
Felix,
time,
thank you so much
they
for
were
the
just
Prime, man.
about
Thank
be
you,
there
thank
for
you.
them to get this
23
over the
months.
line. And while
How
that
have they
is
done
a
this?
huge
Kayak hit
round
a
for
shot.
Apeks to win,
Hype
something
hit two.
I'll be honest, they never should have.
Avova's tanking double
not only got
ult
the
stays
kill later,
alive. That
he's
is
the reason
crazy.
Hype's getting the first 2 kills. Everyone's swinging to kill him, and Hype standing behind him. A bodyguard. That's the first. The second.
Lotus has had
in
this
just
ult for a while
moment.
now, no?
Big
Or has he got
swing.
it again?
Nope.
I just trolled.
And then,
So it was all part of Danito's
No,
plan.
he's
honestly.
had it for a long time.
oh yeah, from the start, Vova grabs another kill, and then he uses a paranoia, which blinds the player who's swinging out in the open while paranoid.
Oh, that Odin's out, man. It's not what you want.
And
It's
then they get the
6-1.
last. That's
6-1 down.
Absolutely
They bring out the Odin.
outrageous round. I don't know how he's allowed to get away with any of that, let alone.
That's
all
one
of
thing I
it.
won't miss from this map, to be
But
fair.
it is
A
a
Volta,
lifeline.
thank you so much,
Volta's
man.
fun.
He gets
Appreciate the whole year.
much needed.
Thank
He
you for
still
that, mate.
survived in
Thanks for the Prime.
Yeah, that's like his lost bonus of like karma at that point.
But the one thing I
He's
don't
just
like
earned
about
it.
this comp though is how much they have to gamble on defense.
Oh,
Like, look at
CGN
them. They're stacked 3 towards C. They've got no way of getting any
Yeah.
info. And then they're fully retaken on B, and they're fully retaken on A.
I hate when you don't go aggro with it.
Already.
Like,
A
I
lot of
think
pressure
you
put
gotta
over
have
onto the
heavy
A side.
fight C or A.
Even now, it's like they've got 4
Alert
people towards
again
B
from
and A almost,
Anguisse,
and they're
who has
retake on
pulled
both
off
of
a little
them.
bit over the last couple of rounds, but
And I
Maybe if
just,
they re-push this,
only
it's good, but then
lost one of
if they
them,
just
so I
split
don't
B,
think
it's
they will
GG.
mind
They
too
retake
much.
again.
I don't think it's the sickest retake
From
comp
the defense,
as well.
Maybe I guess they've got KO
already
and
bolstering up
the
this
deadlock
B
ult here
side.
could
A
be
lot
good,
of
no?
utility
Oh,
being expended.
it's impossible
Anguisse
to miss it.
again. He's going to be dropped early.
Okay.
I think that's 3 rounds in a row they've managed to
Have I
pick
jinxed
him
it?
off without any real trouble.
And Kablanka
This is better, like, they're actually trying to hold
players
this out.
everywhere with Spike pressured by the time. They
Oh,
have
Hype.
to move forward and right into Hype's waiting arms.
Under a round from
So
him
many
back to back,
players
man.
waiting
Yeah,
for
that's good.
CGN.
Whoa,
While
boy.
most of them hitting their shots, they're running into Davey.
That's awesome ranks,
low
tomorrow.
HP, and the classic
Oh yeah.
is enough to take
Dude, I'm not
down
even
the
sure my
full
PC will be able
field.
to handle streaming that I'm
Second
playing,
round
so
for
we'll find out.
Apeks, locked and loaded. CGN.
My graphics card should come next week.
They haven't quite
Oh,
let slip
it's a
just
week
yet,
away?
and they've got plenty of
Well,
credits
I
to
don't
fall
know.
back
It should
on,
be
but
coming in a couple of days, hopefully. Like,
If
start
this
next
was
week.
a mega stream, we're about to see that.
Should arrive on
so-
Tuesday.
3 times.
Because I got it on, like, Friday night, so I've missed, like, the weekend delivery, you know?
It wasn't
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
mode. It wasn't slow mode, at least. It was,
That's
at least
something.
it wasn't slow mode. It wasn't quite as mean as what we were seeing on Omega yesterday.
2 in a row.
Come
Hype's
on,
had
man.
some
Use the
mad
deadlock
impact.
ult. Just use it. Don't know where. Just somewhere.
Some,
Make me
anyway.
happy.
6-2. The attack,
At least they went aggro A, though.
once again building up towards C, much more direct in their approach. What they're going to be attempting. Avova sat waiting, but I'm not sure what deterred them. Maybe an early smoke. They've taken the orb and immediately fallen back.
Well, they've given the space. They got what they wanted.
It's a weird ult
Now,
because it's just so
What they wanted has
situational.
changed.
I'm
It's
just
all
trying to
about
think
the
in my
site.
head, like, when you can actually
It
use that.
looks like A is where
You gotta,
CGN have got
you're
their
never going to be able
sights
to use it this
set
round.
on.
You've got to be with
All
people.
5 making their way into this
Yeah.
position.
And
There
then
seems to
it
be a
can't
rotate,
be
though.
at the start of the round or
Make
anything
little
like
bit of
that,
noise like they
because
did. I
if
think
they
it
have
was
too many
Element's name
numbers,
that
that's
gave it
going to
away.
shoot it.
Apeks have
I
triple
think, like, on
stacked around.
retakes, the deadlock ult's good, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Multi
on attack
close
as well. Like,
by.
one
Knife's already used.
video rehab was
on the
like,
refresh.
you just enter the bomb
Well,
site with it.
chance
Just
they're
pop
gonna
it
be
and run in the bomb
limited,
site.
push
Oh,
into
wait,
towards
this
the
was
A
nice.
site. A
Wait,
lot
that
of
was nice.
space taken.
Little
Thunder's
grav
Fury
net nade
seeking
combo.
out some
That's cool.
tags. Solkas to find it on the Benny. Showstopper used by Kayak, but he's almost
2 HP?
taken out by the shock dart. That's 2 HP
I know, you
remaining.
just-
and he
oh, boy,
fires.
that works.
Finds Vince. Oh, it's a disaster for CGN.
There, and again, they find themselves with a massive lead, slowly deteriorating.
3 in a row. Man, if CGN lose this 2-0, this is
like maybe there was something
brutal.
that he just felt with the comms.
First
I
map,
don't think it's been
12-7.
a massive shift
6-0
in their
up,
setup.
yeah.
I think it's mostly just been
I don't know.
the way in which they're playing.
It
A
depends.
little
Like,
bit more confidence, a little bit more fight in them.
if they get a couple more
a
rounds, I
3-round
think they're
streak.
safe.
I think
It's a good
CGN.
tackle.
Bro,
And
all of
that's
his
the thing,
timeouts, so
now
no.
that first pause.
That is true, actually. Yeah, he's got none left for
seems
defense.
interesting, because you've used your first pause of 4-0 up. By the looks
That
of
could
it, they're
that could
using
actually
their
bite him in the
second
ass, by the way.
pause at
The
6-3.
4-0 timeout, yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
done
like he's
now
literally
for
got none now
pauses
for defense
the
if it gets
rest
a
of
bit
the
dicey.
game. Unless that was a tech timeout that was just misinterpreted. But that is not a spot you want to find yourself in when you're up against Apeks after what they just did in the last map.
It is very peculiar, isn't it? I am suspicious of the first time out for CGN. It just doesn't feel like that's the
Bacon, what is that question?
logical time. Again, though, maybe 4-0 up. You think, all right,
Apex 1 map 1,
make
yeah.
sure we don't make a mistake.
I trolled. I didn't
Give
really.
Apex
I
3
should have
rounds
done
in a
like a
row, so
test
they're
stream
back
and
in the
stuff,
game.
but I've been pretty sick. So
And you try to get ahead of the problem.
my voice
But
or your voice was
then
louder
you have
than
a
mine apparently.
conversation
Suki.
about
It's honestly
stalling
fine.
out
Oh, really?
your
Taking over,
momentum and
sorry.
so on.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
I mean,
it
your
was
voice is
definitely,
pretty nice. Though.
we've
I
been
don't know.
informed it
I've
was
always said it. You have a
definitely
smooth
caused
voice,
by
man.
CGN. So there you go. It is.
They have 0.
They are
Hasn't-
out of
yeah, hasn't
pauses.
changed for years.
They are going into.
You should do
round
like
10,
some ebooks or something, man.
0
Just like
Okay.
left.
bad night
So
stories
this is,
or nighttime
And a
stories.
6-3 lead,
Alright.
by the way.
Yeah.
Did you buy him?
It's
What are you saying?
definitely a weird one. I
course I
understand
would,
it
mate.
after the
Okay,
3
love that,
rounds
thank
loss in a row. I'm not sure what was said. Maybe there was something that needed to be fixed. Kayak,
Like he's
okay.
slumber. That could be OP.
We've said this
Could
about
be
this
names and
guy.
everything.
Happy to
Yeah, when this all
fight versus
when this all
opponents.
fails,
This is
I'm going
very
backup plan.
awkward. Element has
No,
managed
no.
to survive 2
It's not gonna
nades.
fail.
No, on the side?
Positivity.
Oh, okay.
Missed, and
Yeah,
one
it's on the
missed
side.
like-
You branch out.
Oh, I
so
see, I
he's
see.
got away with that one a little bit.
You can
Slugs
certainly
need to
feel a
sleep
little
as
bit
well,
lucky
Suki.
with
Come
how
on,
his day has gone so far.
That's true.
CGN on the way. A site. Again, that's going to be the target. They found a lot of success there in the early days, but well, it feels like they've run headfirst into a brick wall when it came to not even the retakes of Apeks, but CGN get boots on the ground, but Spike on the ground's a different story.
Oh, this is kind of nice
Usually
though.
comes with heavy casualties.
Pressure
but
over
in fact,
towards
it's all
C
just
against a
ruse.
comp that really
Perhaps
struggles to
realizing
clear
that 2
question
players
marks.
rotated to A so early on in the last, they'll try to use that to drag Apeks.
I like this
to
from
that side of
Vova
the
though.
map.
Early
Putting
info.
a smoke down now from outside of C. It all
This is
hinges on
around
Vova's
where
contact, and there it is.
Tokash uses
He's
all.
seen one, but what's the reaction?
Now at least, it doesn't seem like there's much of one. He's just been left to delay. Doesn't have his paranoia anymore. And under serious pressure, already tagged low. That TP has not taken him out
Oh
of
my
sight,
god,
but
I thought that was gonna
he'll
cost
get
him.
away with it. Nobody was close enough to
This is it, chat. This is
feel the killing
the
blow.
deadlock goal.
CGN back into the post plant. It's where
Then he
they've
gets a
been
kill, he gets
fantastic.
Visual.
Last few rounds, Apeks have been
If
able
Killjoy
to
gets a kill,
deny them
Killjoy.
before they can get to this position.
What
That's
the
one hell of a
hell
kill,
is
though.
that?
Yeah, anguished of all players to take down. AV, oh, he's in for the double.
Oh, they
And
got him
even
as well.
despite that, they're not coming ahead.
Actually got him.
I thought that could have been it locked in. A good chance, but Kayak managed to drop 2 in the blink of an eye. And with Vince very
Yeah, it
much
finally happened.
busy out of the round.
Dude, that first
That's
kill is
another locked
outrageous
in for
though.
the defensive side. You see what I mean? CGN, they get into a site and they just can't get
Bro,
comfortable.
6-0 up to
always able
4-6.
slip that rug out from underneath their feet.
The ult's still there. They're gonna put.
And they burn both
their money
timeouts.
where
Yeah, they
their
got no
mouth is for
timeouts.
This round, it's not perfect, that's for sure, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. A lockdown available. The Thrash online too.
They got ults though. They got
It
good
has
ults,
got
and that's
to
probably
start
actually
why
be dicey.
chipping
I
away
think
at
it could be a
CGN. That
6-6 here.
first map should have been
Yeah,
theirs.
pretty good
The
comeback.
second map,
it's not looking great.
at least
They should be
going
winning
with
this
the lead
round,
at the
though.
half.
Official.
Yeah, this round's
Killjoy?
hard, right? I wonder if they do like
Razor?
Killjoy
Opportunity
on
for
A.
Element to get his ultimate online,
You have to
but
invest all of them,
he's
right?
just
Yeah,
decided to
Razor
avoid
one
the
too.
orb and go running straight in towards
This is one of those
his
rounds that
site,
if you
but
lose and
it's
they've
been
used all
locked
3
off
ults, you're
again.
kind of like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, a little barrier has unfortunately stopped Benny from being able to put the
Because they have to
Thrash
misplay
onto the
pretty heavily
site.
to not
Oh,
win this round.
yeah, you have to mess up to lose
Really
this
nice
round.
use of the barrier orb, I suppose.
Which honestly
Deadlock
could be
OP,
happening
one
right
player
now.
on site, Heard, trying to take that
They've
dart
done-
out, but
is this existence?
Killjoy
No.
very much pushed Apeks
No,
off
it's not.
site. Lockdown, not going to be something they want to try for.
Oh, the stairs one.
Benny wants to get control
Yeah,
of
the
it.
stairs
Has
one's
already
so OP.
peeked. Nice shot
Dude, look at this
from
skill.
the rope. I don't know how he's managed that. Hype recovers up close. Davy's able to trade it right
man,
back.
he's tanked the boom bottle.
Numbers won't stay even for too long. A fight's sure to
Oh,
ensue. They know that
Davy's
Davy's down
huge.
below, just 47 health, and he's quick to fall. The fight inside the
Not the
smoke
greatest
as well.
plus fun.
It's everything. Anguish,
Nope.
no, he's got the angle, but the gun's been seen. Avova
Oh,
drops
this is a
him,
bad round
and
to
all
lose,
that's
man.
left is Element
I
up
don't get why they
against the
didn't pick up
world.
Orb
3
for
players to
Razor
drop,
here, though.
none found, and a 5th round now locked in
Yeah, I
for
don't know.
Apeks.
They've
They're
made.
not on the way
They've trolled a
back
little bit.
anymore. I'm thinking they're
Yeah, I
back.
feel like they're melting.
Oh yeah, like when you take yourself a pause and then win 5 rounds in a row.
Apeks are woken
I
up
think
for
you have to
sure,
give
but
the coach
CGN
their
heavy misplayed
flowers.
this.
Like, it's impressive stuff, and if anything, since 2 pauses for CGN, they've won 2 rounds and lost 5. So I don't know. I'm not obviously not implying that that's the reason they lost them, but it's a very funny coincidence that that's been the case. Operator in for Kayak. It seems like everybody as well is firing on Apeks now after a very quiet. So we mentioned them all being, well, like 2 and 3 kills apiece. Now I think the minimum is either 5 or 6. So everybody's moved up together. Showstopper.
Do you think Ascension teams would beat any of the champs teams? On their best map for sure. Yeah.
I'm a little bit
like the gap isn't too crazy. Like especially on like their most favored map.
Sneaky setup.
I like this.
Kings on the floor. Reveal as well. So
Cameron, dude, I wanted teams to start doing this way more. Like the aggro Cypher stuff into Odin at tree. There's so much you can do. Even just the camera on the wall and you spot by door early. So strong.
Done well installing CGN out in that aspect, but I don't know how.
There's nice ones you can do in the room as well.
CGN are
And Hobbit, I don't know.
Yes, yeah. Boo was talking about
You know,
that.
if they break it and you can
When
spot
you
their
break
feet.
it, have camera early. Same
And
thing.
that was almost discovered. They at least know one's outside B though, so
You can just spam them from the tree with
given up.
Odin
The
as well.
problem is, there's a rock.
Cypher's
no
crazy
rocket.
strong.
Yeah.
They've not used the showstopper, Tom.
Oh boy.
Why have they done that? Now they've ran into the utility. You get a net followed
But they're
by
actually
a nade,
rotating
and
so
that's
well
the
on defense
round
now.
done.
Yeah, they are. This
And
net
he's
is
still
helping
blocked
them.
out by the barrier mesh.
Avova's also
Stuck
had like deep
behind it.
influence, see almost every
Yeah,
defense
managed
resistance.
to
double
Like,
spotting all the
their way
time.
through. It's finally dissipated, but 15 seconds. The flash
That's a
is
premium
perfect.
poppy.
Mosey's had a few absolute banger flashes in this
6-0
half.
to
And from
6-6.
6-0 up, we
No, he's
find
got no pauses
ourselves
left.
6-6. What a crumble and a fumble from
just has to
CGN.
pray that they
Crumble
win
and a
this
fumble.
game.
Devastated. Even that last round,
It was a little bit though, I'll give him that. He's not wrong with
just
it.
threw a knife, and it's just a dry swing when there's a showstopper there. That is crazy. CGN are going to need this break to recover mentally. We'll be back in a bit with
Yeah,
half
this
number
was
2.
brutal. Wait, chat, should I be muting this? Do I get copyright for this music? Let me look at my things. Maybe. Coach is gonna be.
Does the
fuming at
second
first
game
pause.
start like
Yeah.
insta after this one?
Yeah, it's rolling. So we chose the right 2 games because they're on the same stream.
Love that. Just score another one actually.
I'm not sure. Who do you think wins? Go next to Boston?
Oh, I really don't know. And like, I do think Barca are good, but I don't know. Go next looked really good yesterday. And Barca also changed player, right? Like I think that's kind of thrown, but I don't really know what happened.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, they kicked someone before Ascension started. They don't have the same team that they qualified. They kicked KPZ.
Oh.
Well, it was 6-0.
It's the same thing I think that
CGN, and
happened
if
the
you
last
went to
time
go
when
and
they
get
qualified. They kicked someone when they qualified to
Frankfurter,
Ascension.
Let me tell you, you're not
And they
going
were
to
in
be too
Castle.
happy about the scoreline you're coming back to. 6-6.
Damn, bro,
Apeks
they kicked.
have most certainly
they
made their
kicked
way
someone
back
just
into this game,
before-
and now it seems like the wind is in their sails. This pistol, it could tell us a story of who's going to win this map, because when it comes to rifle rounds, it's up in the air.
If you went to get a Frankfurter, do you often go off to get potatoes
Wait,
during
ultimates,
the break?
ultimates
is that what
beat
we're going
Mars
for
2-0.
That's quite rude.
Wait, did they? No way.
Of you
Yeah,
to
it
assume,
is.
But,
It
Okay,
is.
then this
It is quite
whole thing
rude,
is
I
just wide
agree.
open then, because
Yeah, at least that group is.
yeah.
Well, we're into the pistol round.
But we're saying
I'm gonna go
Pacific
get
is
myself
incredible.
a scone and some tea after this one.
Yeah, I think Pacific might walk
See
on water.
if Apeks
But
be
then
able to
I thought the
keep
Turkish
this
team's last
string of
Ascension would
rounds
win
going.
easily,
Anguist is the man
and
to
they didn't.
stop them. He had an incredible start to the previous half, as did the team. Kayak, though, he's looking to try and take this one over.
What a
As said,
poppy.
he was a showstopper in the last, but he's been stopped here. The rest of the team, however, have
This is
not.
nice.
And now
The
Element
Uto's
is the
really good
last
to
man
fight Heaven.
standing.
They got
Maybe
so
the element of
much.
surprise
Then
is
the
on his
deadlock
side,
was
but
all over
at this stage
the
of the round,
over
while
the
there's a
wall, I
cam
think, from
watching,
the man.
Yeah.
the knife will remove any
And then you
utility
force
he
him over
has.
towards Heaven, and then you just util everything
All
off the
left
wall.
is a
It's pretty strong.
three-man peak. If he wins this
There's some
one,
really cool stuff.
okay.
Wait, how's he alive?
Oh,
Somehow
oh,
it's
oh,
doable.
boy.
The nade into the corner might actually force
Oh my
them
God.
out. It was the ultimate crossfire for him to face
He's got a
into.
pinbot as well.
And now a low HP
He's not gonna
opponent.
use it.
He's trying to work out where
He
Hype
mad
currently
now.
sits, where his position
Pinbot it.
is within the map. He needs to move quickly.
Oh.
He's gonna take him down.
Oh, it's close.
What? He's
I
not got
don't
time,
think
has
he's
he?
got it.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
what a try.
Oh,
The pinbot would have saved him there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Bimbo might have saved him early. It was a good try, man. How did they not kill him on the free
You
passes
have to
side?
say he certainly earned
Yeah.
his way back into that round, but unfortunately time.
The bubble,
it's not
yeah, it's all the
kind to him.
bubble.
Not kind to anybody.
It was a good
That's
try.
a
The CGN side.
This Apex is first
Oh
pistol.
man. 7, like
Not a
at
bad one to win.
7-6. Apex. We're 6-0 down. Now a pistol under their belt. And again, Tom, we talk about things that feel bad. Losing a map out in OT that you had 5 chances to close out in regulation. That sucks. Now losing a pistol to start this out that you won. You killed them all.
Wait, they
The only thing that
13-2
cost you
them.
is
Oh,
time.
shot,
That
man.
sucks.
Shot. Wait,
But
what?
an opening pick? That might put a smile back on your face. Long range sheriff shot that connects onto light shields. And that's enough to take them down.
Okay, they
Also
actually have a
Marshall
chance
in
as
play.
Zuko now.
So some potential for CGN to make this costly and maybe even good old country try at the round.
The weapons being joggled over. As of yet, all that's been lost is a pistol. Question is, does it become something more? Because, yeah, as you said, they've got Marshall, they've got the sheriff. A kill here wouldn't be too outrageous. Now, Kayak's trying to sell the idea they're going the other way, but they're peeking
Shot.
slowly into Element. Already damage done to the point of cost, but can they make this into something
there's
more?
been some
In fact,
nice shots on
they're
this.
Isolating themselves even further.
Oh, bro, they're
Seems
in
like
trouble,
they might
man.
just go back and
No.
they're trying to sell the idea that they're still sticking towards the A site, trying to pull rotations. It hasn't worked.
I think
No,
they
and
haven't
now,
bought that AFIC
as
at all, have
time
they?
ticks on, those A players start
yeah.
to realize there's no
Especially
presence.
as Raze
The
to
door's
start
been opened,
speaking.
but
I'm
no one
betting on
walked through it.
Angus at least getting one.
Davies on his
He
way to
has
the
to,
C
right?
site now, looking to be
He's gonna
stacked
peg
up
him.
3 players.
Oh,
It'll
what
be
a
2
flash, bro.
As the first
Dude,
man
Mosey's
makes it
flashes
to
have
the
been
site
incredible.
Yeah,
with
they've
Kayak.
been really good.
That means it's a clean.
Oh, there's
opening,
one. He's
although
getting
he gets a
another
little
one.
Spooky. 12 seconds left. The
Oh,
sheriff
ooh, if
finally
he
dropped
shot
to
that,
the
he
floor.
gets him.
8 seconds.
Yeah.
The plant needs to be found.
Oh,
Mosh
Molly.
is gonna make it quite difficult though. Now, where are
Oh.
you gonna put
Oh,
that
it's
spike
done.
out? 3
It's
seconds
done.
left.
Yeah, it's
There's
done.
no time left, and you can't get all the kills. Try as you might, this round
Good Molly.
is not going
Really
to
good
Apex.
Molly.
And CGN, well, they lost
That's
a
their
pistol.
first round they've had for a
But
while.
somehow,
The eco.
they've recovered the second
Sheriff
with
Marshall.
nothing.
That was not a fun watch. Like, don't get me wrong, Anguist again.
Oh, they hit some nice
I
shots,
think
though.
at one
I
point
don't
he
think
was
it was
like
that bad.
12-1, so he went on a bit of a bad streak. But he started this round off incredibly well. Same for Element, but you're dry walking into angles. Like a lot of the times in round like this, I don't mind you sort of slowly pressuring the map if you eventually group up as a unit. But it felt like Apex never really did. They were trying to play rotations. And
Yeah, the energy he gives
just
is
running out of time
invaluable.
is not a way you want to see around where you
Did I
have
keep
4
pushing him up his
rifles
top
and your
and
opponents
what
have a
turns?
sheriff and a marshal.
So fun, man. Want to hear what you got to say?
Anguist
It's so
has
good.
denied the opportunity to catch one player on the cross, and Malsey catches him.
was talking about
It looks
Benji.
like space
The
will
energy
be
that he gives.
conceded entirely, and with
Okay.
lots of weaknesses for Apex.
We do about energy.
Rifle being point of contact.
Nah,
served
no.
them well.
Yeah.
Element,
Yeah,
they might
Bonker
be
though,
able to
right?
go
From
low
what's in there,
underneath
yeah?
that wall.
From the leaks,
Not
that's what
risking
they're
the
saying,
nade
yeah.
throw
Yeah.
through it.
Good pick
5
up.
versus 4 rifles though for CGN.
Yeah,
They
for
just need to find.
Happy
the
for
fights
him
on
as
the
well. It's
pistols.
about time he gets into take one.
It seems like
I've only
eventually
ever
he has
heard good
managed
things
to
about
That's-
him
get past
from
it,
like
so there you go.
first.
There was a big enough gap.
But just
for
every person that is
the
coached is saying
escape
good
to be
things
had.
all
Vince
the
has
time.
done well, but even still, it's come back to just one man standing. Benny trying to fight versus the might of the remaining 2.
That is,
and it's a return
straight up
to
eco
sender.
back.
You win an eco.
2 guns
we
on
one
win
of
an
these
eco,
ones, man, it's gonna be
everybody
scrap.
wins an
Yeah,
eco.
just until you win 2 in a row.
Hopefully we can move on from that.
Yeah, an unusual start. We had it in the previous map, and we'll certainly have it in this half. Vince does well there. Kayak and Evolve. I think that was 2 rifle players dropped as well. Big kills. But a classic to close it out from Solka, sneaking his way back through the smoke.
Dude, that was their chance, really, to run away with
Look
it.
at how you will. Lucky or not, Apeks have found it. The
You have to
lead
do
is
another
theirs
miracle.
once again, and CGN are the ones left with nothing.
Oh,
this time, it
the
won't be
slight
Anguished having a
block
big
from the
round on that
turret.
Sheriff. He's dropped immediately. They know there's a
Big
player
pick as well.
close. And it's
Shout out to
Kayak to get him from
Boombots
the
for
grave.
farming as well.
Hey,
That's
a
the trade you
boom
wanna
bot
see.
Trade. You're not going to see that too often. This time, though, as I said, like I think.
Dude, this is
Apeks being a
all
little bit
teams
more
do
direct
when
with
they
it,
have this deadlock comp.
It's going to make
They
things
just
a lot
spam
harder
C.
for those low weapons to.
I think it's because
really
like
do
it's such a
damage
hard
in a
bomb
scenario
site to
the
hold
sensors
against that
set up.
utility, right? Like,
Yeah.
All again.
the wall is insane. Like it literally cuts
They
off
managed
all
to
the
get a little bit
locations.
further,
Then
just have to break
the
that
net,
corner,
if you use
but
it like
Element
you can
now
use it
has
reactively,
so
or
much
you can
to do.
use it as like
First
a
kill
wall, a
is the
lineup,
tougher
right?
one.
Yeah.
Second player low, but he's not
And then
gonna
to-
Every like
shot.
net you can do is
Hype
got
with the
value.
trade.
Yeah, it's a
Apeks,
really hard
they've
retake.
stabilized. If anything,
And then
getting
even
an
once you've
extra
broken the
free round
wall
in
and
the
you create
mix
pressure
and
and
being
water,
able
you
to
gotta get
save
through all the
across some
trips.
rifles
There's gonna be like
and
3
Yeah,
trips.
exactly.
starting to
trips,
get some
yeah.
of those ultimates online.
It's so strong.
I think there needs to be
He's
a
gonna fight it out,
CGN response and fast.
I know exactly where. Watching this spot, they found my wife.
Yeah, this map has most certainly spiraled out of control for the side of
Oh,
CGN.
it's heavy spiraled out of
I cannot
control.
imagine what the comms are like on that team right now, Tom. Maybe we can ask them later. But right now, 6-0 up, 9.
They got some nice
7
flashes.
down.
I like this one to get out A.
Flash in the pan with an eco. Here's the rifle.
Yeah, I really
This
like
is where you
the
wanna do
satchel
it.
on top of that on the rims.
Prove that you're still fighting for this half. Momentum has switched completely. The shoe is on the other foot, and now CGN
I think this is a hard round for
They're
CGN
lost
to
a
win as
little
well.
bit.
KO, Razor.
pulled back on B, pulled back on A, but look at the
Yeah.
control they have.
Still
over
hard
the
to
C
defend these
site.
sites
Still
with no
committing
utility.
2 players though, despite
When you get ulted.
what they can see. And that's going to cost them in the late round when it comes to gambling up on a site. B is left wide open, and it is taken by Apeks for free.
It seems like they're
Okay, a
setting
lot
up
of this is
for
down
a
to Benny.
retake, but with a showstopper in the post plant, no orb yet to be gathered up.
It's gonna be all into knife.
Away from a lockdown.
The
Probably
knife's gonna
not
hit
gonna
the
play a part
Omen,
in
and the
this
Omen
round, an
has
element.
Omen flash. The bit of util to get him
maybe
back in
it
the
will.
site.
That's the first.
Oh, knife goes
Kill
heaven.
for Element would do the same. There you go. There is the lockdown, but he dies immediately after. Even still, they're in a much better spot than expected.
Cypher?
Being able to win those early fights. Hype's flank, though, has found value.
No
Another for
way,
Soulcast.
man. The after plant
The
trip
double
gets his
sentinel,
ult.
and more importantly, the ult available. He could try and use this, but it's not going to catch anybody actually defusing. I don't think it
Oh my god,
works
did he
like
thought it was
that.
the... He
Good
thought it was
Yeah,
the-
he thought it was actually him and not
Oh
Wingman.
man,
That's
the Shagger
incredible.
comes in clutch. That's why I love the Shagger.
Oh,
I think it's so
I would have
OP.
loved it if it caught
It's just
Wingman
tanked a
freaking
deadlock
way and
ult.
it's a bit precise
He's
to
actually
do.
tanked a deadlock ult. Surely it should
Yeah,
work
that's,
on him.
that's quite unlucky. They
You'd
think
think
they've got
so.
a free pull on that player, but
My guy doesn't care about
absolutely not.
deadlock ult. It's
Wingman
honestly fun.
taking one
It's
for the
insane,
team
man.
yet again. He'll bring it across the line, and that's CGN disrupting the rhythm. 4 ultimates online as well coming into this round. The defense is most certainly got its
I'm just-
mojo back, Tom.
I'm imagining it's like the no man can survive this, and Wingman turns around. I am no man.
Hell yeah. Fire reference.
Oi, what's going on
Certainly
here?
not afraid to use the
We're
showstopper.
absolutely
Element's
sending it.
already
Reaction
popped it,
over
ran it
towards A
straight down
into
to
Killjoy
Spawn,
ult.
nothing there, but the space
And they're
the
just
info
gonna
is what
be
they're
able to
looking
get this,
for.
right?
Showstopper on the other
Yeah,
side.
I mean ult to break
Well,
it.
that was blindly thrown through by Kayak for absolutely no reward.
Wait, what do you mean? He
Gone
got the
pretty well
ult?
for CGN. They'll be happy to just run this one down. The lockdown.
Oh, bro,
cancels
these
out of play
flashes.
for sure, but whoa.
Yeah, dude. Mosey's pop flashes have been
Anguish
legit
helps
insane.
Kayak, and it's about those numbers. It's about the thrash on retake. The advantage is there for CGN.
It's whether or not they can break in with ease. Again, you're going to have Hype aggressive. they're playing far enough back on the Apeks side just to try and completely avoid any impact from that ultimate. Molzy tries to reaggress, tries to claim some of that space back, but ultimately is met for a 1v1. Already
Grab net
throwing
is
in the net
huge.
to try and catch a couple of players, but the fights just aren't going their way. They need a hero. They need someone to pick up a
He's doing
multi-frag.
it
That
again,
someone
man.
had to
Wingman's
be
just on it.
Avova. And while the defuse, it's not going to be taken
2 in
by
a
anyone
row.
of the living. as
One
Benny has
person
already gone
can't
down to the other
buy,
two
so
had their
probably
ultimates available
eco?
anyway. It's a good round for the side of CGN.
That it most certainly is. They've managed to tie it up neck and neck. The side of CGN, they were 6-0 down, as we said. They
has
really,
been a
really
banger,
struggled.
this one.
My goodness, it looked like they
Yeah.
logged off for the day a little bit too early.
Oh,
Now,
Oh,
maybe
tech
someone's
pause.
just done that. A little technical pause. Now, it's Apeks on the back foot. It's economy starting to string thin. 2 ults for the attacking side, neither of which are high impact. They're not going to get you back into a round. There's definitely some struggles starting to brew for the attack side that seem to have all the solutions, know all the problems before they rear their ugly heads. CGN?
DC for free pause CGN? Dude, I'm not even
Looking
sure
down at the
CGN
scoreboard,
won a
we've
timeout
seen
here. They
Apeks
kind of
do
got
well,
momentum.
And Kayak is performing, so it sort of makes sense.
Man,
what I'm
it's
seeing
such
on
a
that
big
side.
round,
But
dude.
for CGN,
They
Anguish has
forced
just
up, someone
impressed
gets a
us
bulldog.
again and again. Yesterday, he had some big standout maps.
They're missing a little bit
Right
of
here
Eto, not
in
much.
some of the rounds that they've been winning, I feel like
Satchel,
he's
Nate.
been performing CPR in some of these rounds.
Yeah, and I think especially with how competitive this group is already looking, I think for CGN being able to get a victory here is going to be important. Like, they still have the likes of Go Next to face, which I think that will be an absolute banger map. We haven't seen Barca face off against other opposition either, so I think that getting that 2-0 on the board and basically just needing that one extra win to get you through into that playoff stage, it's going to be important. And I think with Apeks already on a loss on the board,
Yeah, I think
they're
it's
on the
hard
other side of the
to
coin,
it's
and
hard
a
to make
loss
it work.
here could, if other results don't
I
go
think
their
it's
way,
I think it's too
send them
one-dimensional
packing.
as well,
So
Bacon.
I think that both teams
But
are in very
it's
different
good enough for
positions
like one
in
and
how the
dones
group
or
is
like
playing
a
out
few
at the
games.
moment, and
Wasn't there a
honestly,
crazy tech pause yesterday, by
I'm
the way?
interested
In one
to
of the
see,
games.
like, how this second
I
half is
mean,
gonna
there
end
was
up closing,
one.
'cause
There was a
obviously
tech
for
pause that
Apeks,
was definitely for
this is
people to
their
go to
map
the
choice.
toilet.
It started
It
horrifically,
was like
but as they've
17,
already
17
proven,
or
they
something.
can end
okay.
things well going into that late game. And I'd say they're definitely coming into this
I've had some
tournament, I would've
close ones,
favoured
man,
them
like where
versus
I've almost
Desire
pissed
and Barca,
myself
so
when it was
I
so
here wouldn't,
Okay.
Like, it's so
like, them being
bad, bro.
1-on-1 wouldn't really
I
be
remember
too
like a
much of
Lotus
worry.
game on like
But
regular
as
season.
we've
I think it
already
was
seen
against
throughout
Fnatic.
this tournament thus far, I
Genuinely, I
think
couldn't even
expected
walk to the stage.
results
Like we
and
won,
actual
and I
results,
just looked so pissed
especially
off in
when
the picture, man, because I
look
couldn't
at
stand.
what has just
I
occurred
remember
from
one where
the
you won in the
Omega
coach
stream.
booth though.
Yeah, because I had to.
Sometimes
Oh
very
yeah,
different.
because you know why? Because like
yeah,
the
let's talk a
the
little
attack
bit
pause
about
button
that
wasn't
then, because
working.
I saw we're the only
So I'm
maps live
spamming the
right
attack
now.
pause button, and all the
Mouse
admins
had
just say
seen
AFK.
yesterday that, well,
And I'm
they
screaming down the
certainly-
mic,
I
admin,
wouldn't be
tech
surprised
tag
if they're
pause,
feeling
tag
a little
pause, tag
tired
pause, and there's
after
no one there.
yesterday.
So I just had to
They
run
had
out the coach booth and try to
20
find
to
someone. I had to
18
go to the
18
backstage
to
of the studio and be like,
16
yo,
game,
where's the
and
admin? Like, my
13-11
tech
in
pause
there as
button ain't
well for
working.
a healthy 3
That's
mappers.
incredible.
My attack pause button ain't working.
And yesterday, the Ultimates, Tom, who Mouse are facing,
funny.
they did not do well. They got 7
slammed.
rounds in 2 maps. 7 rounds. That's that is less than you should get in 2 maps, ideally. So yeah, it seems like, you know, and everybody also, I think even Zeke yesterday when we interviewed him, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong.
Still,
said
what
that
the hell?
Mouse is a pick for
You
him
listening
that's like
into that
an
stuff?
outsider that could definitely do damage, like a heavy hitter
Yeah.
in the tournament. Yeah, they just
I think
lost
it's
13-2 on the second map. to
But that's what I was
Ultimates.
going to say. For Ultimates, they have lost 13-1 and then come back in the next day and won a map 13-2. Like, that's it's just, I think that's unheard of, especially when it wasn't like the other team also got like bodied. Like they won their first game. So I definitely think that Group B is looking like a weird place right now. Obviously, we haven't seen Job Life play, and Pacific. I think this sends their stocks through the roof. The fact that Ultimates have got on to win their second game. But for Job Life, who obviously would be playing a little bit later on, in fact, I think very soon.
Man, I hate the tech
This
I'm
is
pauses.
getting
now
some limbs
an
up, and my
opportunity
throat is
to see, like, okay,
killing
are
me.
they going to be the standout in the
you
group? Is it
still
going to
ill?
be them and Pacific as
Yeah, a
the
little bit.
favorites? Or
It's like a mucusy
was
cough.
the Ultimates
Yeah,
initial
that's the
showing
one.
their
Actually
first
sound like
day,
I'm
was it just a
giving
rough
birth to the
day
devil, man,
at
every
the
time I
office, and
pisses
then
me off.
now things have
That is-
sort of got better
Mine
for
got
them?
really bad that I like couldn't speak. Like
Yeah, I'm okay like
Man,
that now,
well,
but I think if I
seems like
keep
our
coughing like
technical
this, I
timeout
might.
has
yeah.
ended at long last, and
Like
looking
no
at
joke,
Apeks,
in the
last
4
round,
days,
they
like
used up
in
their big
between
ultimate, their
the
showstopper. I mean, I said
stages
it
and
got
champs
no impact.
ads,
It did
my
destroy the
voice just
lockdown,
fully
but
went.
the space was already conceded. Oh
Ooh,
my
this is a really
goodness.
nice round.
Whoa,
Hunter's
that's a
Fury
lot
fighting
of
so
people. Wait,
much,
that's a nice
and
push
it's
with the
Element
server ult
who's
though.
getting ahead
That's really
of the
sick.
Yeah, the reveal was sick
stealing
as well.
those kills away
The full
and
bar
stealing
one.
the
There's no the
spike
other
out
ones
from under the
breaking that.
nose of Apeks, but they have an ult on Avova. They can claim the A
I
side.
think they did like silver reveal,
Go
then
back in the other
I don't know who the
direction.
woman blinded.
Claim
I
that
think it was
spike and
Avova, so
still
they couldn't
find
break
themselves
through.
a plan.
Not
But to do
Avova,
that,
Vince.
they
They couldn't
need
break
to
it.
take down Anguish, and they need to do it now. The problem is on the other side of the map, Tom. Look
I
at
mean, they
3
don't
players on
resist.
the spike. They're blocking it. Oh, one of them just moved away. It looks like it hasn't
And they
made
blocked
a
it.
difference. He got back
He didn't
just in
realize.
time.
I'm over for a second. Wait a minute. I didn't get the spike.
I'm planting.
that was
So-
nice,
You want me
man.
to plant?
Yeah, this is now a much tougher task. The door being opened, somewhat being used as a ruse to try and put some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
I think this
but
Davy guy's
this
actually
smoke
decent
holding
on
them
silver,
off,
considering
Yeah,
he
he
didn't. I don't
liked
think he
that-
played
he
it
liked
right.
that one as well.
If there was a way that
Let's see,
Apeks would
looking
be able
at
to
that.
get back around this
That's a
corner,
Yeah,
good
it's
done.
nice, no?
Paranoia utilize TP straight.
That's a
into
bold
the smoke,
strategy,
and it's
Cotton.
immediate execution.
Gonna try something, I guess, yeah.
CGN, after a long
They
streak
look good past a couple
that
of
wasn't
rounds.
going in
But
their
yeah, that
favor,
server stuff
now
is nice. Yeah. It's a
reclaimed
great
the
server
lead
ult.
after
round.
6-0 at the beginning. They're back
Server's
in the
just so
driver's seat.
strong.
A wise call to go for that.
Remember,
first
like
stack,
no
though.
one,
Like I said, I saw
no one
Element
was playing him for a while because
just
Sky was
before
just
the
so good.
ult was
Yeah.
activated. He ran away. He was going to start a
I
rotate.
do
and
like
they must
the,
have started screaming like, no,
Like the
you
server
didn't-
Gecko
you
combo
didn't
can be
defend the
good,
spike!"
just purely
It worked out.
because
They got that one locked down.
like
CGN
if you
denied
do them
the
both
ult
at the
from
same
Avova,
time, they
denied the
gotta
spike
shoot
take.
one of them.
And then
and they
I mean,
get
all
hit by
that's
the
left
other.
for the players at that point is death.
Did I actually think
or
the
saving
Sky
the
nerf
weapon.
has been like
Haven't
one of the
done
best
that route.
things to happen
Best
to this game?
things, yeah.
Weaknesses, quite a lot of them. In fact, nothing but
It came at a rough
Open
time,
some up.
but it was
These
great.
are the rounds that
It was
some
a
Yeah.
great change.
I'll go on record and say that early because I've seen it too many times.
This is such a
Ooh, I
doable
love
round,
this.
by the way.
He's in a nasty position.
Kayak gets one here, right?
Find
For
an
sure.
opportunity here.
Yeah.
Element is going to go through that door. Question
Oh.
of does he expect
Yeah.
someone up
Oh.
close? And,
Wait,
well,
dude, it bounced off the little.
He's missed the nade, I think.
He
you know?
bounced off the little corner
Before
bit.
that, post plants can always get a little bit scary, but you look at the way
There's no way that bounced off the little corner.
For CGN's sake, this isn't going to be where things get away from them. The same lurk.
That's a great.
I've seen that exact same play from Hype multiple times. He's very good at getting into awkward positions. The problem is he'd have to do something very impressive from here. Rifle found. First kill goes his way. A player close around the corner, but he's got so much more to find. I think he might have even caught a couple of them with that pin, but it doesn't really matter too much. Timer ticking. It needs to be the denial of the defusal more
They
importantly.
kinda
and
ran
it
honestly.
isn't
Yeah,
going
they're
to
kind of running
happen.
away with it now.
Another onto the board. CGN climbing their way back to the top as they are
On
now just
purpose,
2 away.
there could have
I
been a
would welcome a
chance.
third
This
map.
over
I think
the
it'd be a banger.
Because otherwise, where is the nade going?
11-9. Apeks calling a
Because
timeout. I
there's
think this
there's
is the
no way
last
that
timeout
anyone's
for
trying to
either team.
nade
This is the
here.
number 4 that we've seen. Yes, indeed.
Because it would
And this will
bounce
be
into pretty much this
the
square,
Final
and that
opportunity
is
to
not a
touch
good
base with
nade.
that coaching staff.
Unless you're trying to force them into this
2
angle.
rounds in
but-
between them. Both
Yeah, I'm
between
pretty sure it
Apeks
didn't
and
mean to
Should
do
we
it.
go back to drill and see?
CGN and
Yeah.
Victory and
You just would.
Haven to
But then it
decide
becomes
this
pretty
on.
obvious.
For Apeks so far,
But
like
I
said,
think that's all
everything's
the
been
comp
working
can
out.
do
We've got
well.
Kayak having a good game. Hype's finding a lot of space on the lurks as well. In terms of like crunch time, seems like CGN are always able to dig deep. Element's now starting to hit his stride as well. Last couple of rounds, we've seen a good amount of impact from him. This one, not so much.
Yeah, maybe they just go back to drill and see. I don't know. It is true. Like that's one of the main things to do. But
Forgive him.
surely CGN expect that, no?
Oh, 100%.
This is now
E2
where
chair.
we're
Oh,
sort of waiting to
yeah. I need
see
to hide that. Thank you for reminding me.
Again, Apeks are going to come alive late
What
in the
have you-
game. Bear in mind,
what have you
last
been
time they
showing?
took a
Oh,
pause.
G2 chair.
They're
man.
on the next 6
Nah,
rounds.
actually, I don't have the
They
G2
need
chair.
4
Like,
this time.
I don't know what this is. Ain't a
They
G2
will
chair.
have
Honestly, it's
themselves
fine.
a
One sec.
purchase.
Quick, cover it up.
Ultimates, I
Wag1,
guess
thank you so
slightly
much,
in
man.
their
Appreciate
favour
the 7
from
months. Thank
Shadows
you for the
facing
prime.
off against
Thank you for
that
doing
null
that.
command. I'd rather have the null command personally.
Thank you,
Already.
thank you.
G2 stands for gold too. It's
Davies
honestly
in the
fine.
right
It's not
place at the
G2.
right time. He could do a lot of damage here.
Just really happy on your ranking.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah, I love
reaching
my
gold
rank
too.
last year, so
Is
I
decent.
thought I got a chair. Like,
70
commemorate,
left
you
on
know.
Avova. A couple of pretty much everybody else is tagged up to some degree. That'll help in the later fights. For Apeks, they've claimed control over what they were looking for. One man back rubble.
Does he try and
Rest of the
shoot
squad
it, or does he
shifting their
not
way to
try
the
and shoot
seaside.
it?
Ray still
Okay,
has
so
full
A
utility.
pressure.
I think there's a decent chance we're going to see that nade Grenade used to deny
into
some
the
of
C
util
C
from
spam again.
Killjoy. On C, maybe. I'm just looking at this position of Avova, Tom.
Right, I feel confident that Apeks will win this round if they just get over
orb,
towards C.
break util, and then they go back to
They haven't
him.
really.
It's all on Avova to find
they
some
haven't-
space.
You're gonna
and if they
fake it and just
overextend
go
to
see
find
it,
a
think so,
pick.
right?
Yeah. I just feel like the CGN given this too easy though.
We're definitely going back.
Yeah.
Focus here.
Yeah, they're
Wait, they're going back.
pulling that spike
Oh, they're
Really
faking the
aggressive
C because it's
position,
too
though.
obvious.
Okay.
from Ben.
Hayek's dead
Could
here,
make
no?
things
Yep.
interesting. Kayak, is he about to try and
Oh.
go through this timing? Absolutely everything.
Oh,
I feel like it's just not a good enough
waiting.
fake, the one person.
To see if there's a mistake on the other side already. Element is going to be the one who's caught patiently.
But no, it looks like
waiting
a
as
Volvo
Volvo,
is
but he
faking.
doesn't-
Oh my
the
god, weird timing.
He's actually going to cancel the ult and get Kayak for free. And now
Shot.
Benny
There's some
strikes,
crisp shots
putting
being
the
here.
advantage back with CGN. 20 seconds.
Love the walk down
Spike will
here.
be planted.
Oh, he made the sound.
Sound likely to have been heard. Fight could be everything. The knife not going to be utilized in time. They know exactly.
Man,
where
he would have
Mozzie
loved to have
is.
used his knife
Left in
earlier.
No man's land. His teammate is so far behind.
Yes, I love it when the striker
Eventually,
claps people, bro.
Soulcast will strike. He's found one. If he gets this next kill, his ultimate is available to him. Anguist trying to shut him
Deadlock
down.
ult.
But
Come on.
instead, it's going
Surely a
to be the util.
deadlock ult.
Go on.
Jump off
The
the
sword
wall.
being tapped. He wants to try and catch Benny, but
Got the
instead,
wrong one.
Oh, he
he's on the
thinks
other
he
side.
thinks he got the
Because of
diffuser.
that, it's
No
gonna be the
way.
diffuser right in front of him. Didn't even
There's no
realize
way.
that that wasn't the diffuser.
Okay, three. That's a better free. 3 chances.
That's a
But they had 5
heartbreaking
earlier and
way
they
to
messed this
lose
one
it.
up.
Once I saw the ult activated, I thought, that's it. He's read it perfectly. He's done it. But
That was crazy, the timing as well.
Step up.
He hit some nice shots.
the body block from Anguist, taking one for the team, allowing that diffuse to go across the line. And for CGN, after a 6-0
Hard one.
start,
That's
they
so
went
funny,
down
bro.
9-7. It
He
was
thought it was a
looking
diffuser.
rough and
I mean, you
tumble for this
100% would.
squad, But
Yeah, you definitely would.
3 chances now to close it out. Deja vu starts to kick in.
Such a hard round for Apeks to win now, no?
Now, once again,
Oh, yeah.
the streak this time.
Got
needed
Gecko and then one away from
Apeks
Razor
is
as well.
lesser, but
Yeah, you gotta go back to the C
the
hits,
manner
man.
in which
I don't
CGN
care.
have
I'm
been
hitting
winning
C
this
3
round,
times in a
it
row.
seems like the wind
Don't
is
care if they got
firmly in
5
their
people there.
sails. They haven't let the losses get to them. And
It
as
just
said,
doesn't look
like, from
comfy anywhere else,
6-3
going
up,
anywhere else on the map.
They weren't able to take a pause. The only ones
They're
who
also
were
not
taken
really
were by
pressuring
their
B that much on their
opposition.
defaults, so it's like whenever they go B, they just know they're
Even
going B.
still,
Yeah, that's true.
was enough
All they're doing is like
from the
pressuring
leaders of
C
the team
and
themselves to be
A, and
able
that's literally
to
it.
bring this one
Like,
back.
they don't
put it
even
into
care about B,
contention.
like-
The attack. They've been trying to bait out util, try and bait out players, but they've been gifted absolutely nothing. And now look to try and
Also
head
prefer like the more aggressive
back
trip
in
on B
towards the
if
site.
you're attacking.
Anguist has been winning that fight.
You know the one that lets
9
you like
times out of
know
10,
if they're
Pushing
Pushing
pushing.
really
gone,
early
and the rest of the team
info,
delayed.
yeah.
Kayak's already made a decent bit of space. Late lurk by Avova could catch a couple
We'll
off
see it
guard.
now.
CGN are on the rotation. They'll have 3 players close by and ready in a recon. Soon to go in.
Oh my
god, he's
Anguist
getting
ahead of
headbutted
him.
by the wall.
Yeah,
Now
looks like
in
I got
trouble.
shot by the
They've
wall.
seen the flank from Avova. It dealt with Kayak, and now the showstopper lands, but doesn't
Oh,
take the
tell you,
kill.
man, that ult
It's
is so
with
hard to
Mozzie
have.
up there,
sometimes
but
it's
he's
mental,
still
isn't
holding
it?
strong. Fair play.
How is he not dead?
Got some fight left in him. The flash confirms one player down.
Guess he's
below in
dodged it behind
water.
the box,
Element
right?
Wrapping
But still.
around the back of
Yeah.
the smoke. In goes the wingman. Clearing out the closed corners, buying them some space. They've
That
dropped the
should be
Vova,
it.
thinning the herd. So few players now left for
No
Apeks.
way,
So
the
more
team's
life on
done.
this map. 9 rounds, but it's not enough. As Element steps
The
up to the triple and
the
closes
team's
this
stunned
one
from the
out
trip.
13-9.
I thought this was going to be a moment to forget for CGN when they
Okay,
went
little
from
third mapper.
6-0 up and things got shaky, losing 6 rounds in a row,
Dead.
Little other
ending
third
up 9-7
Yeah, it
down. But they
didn't look
managed to
great.
steady the ship, take us to a third, and we'll be back with the desk after the break. We're going to break down